Well, Lutheran Medical Center is a community hospital located in Wheat Ridge that has recently been recognized as one of America's top 50 hospitals. The volunteer program was created in 1961 and remains a strong and vibrant program today with nearly 450 volunteers. And we're lucky enough to have two volunteer leaders with us who want to encourage you to volunteer at Lutheran. So welcome to Bonnie Hayes and Ron Scott. Hi there.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, we're so happy to have you here. I know that you haven't been on KUSA before, so welcome to the show.
Thank you for the intro.
So Ron, I'll start with you. So why did you decide to volunteer? You said you've been volunteering for 14 years?
14 years.
So what got you started in the first place? Tell us your story.
I am a part owner of a small company. On a daily basis for the last 35 years, I've had to give my clients whatever they needed in short notice. And I was looking to give back to the community. I spent a year and a half helping somebody through infusion as it worked out at Lutheran Medical Center. And during that time period, I saw the purple grapes running around everywhere. They were helping people. They were a big part of the hospital. They're an integral part of the hospital. So I thought that might be where I want to go, and I signed up to volunteer. 14 years later, I'm helping people as they walk in the door to a place that could be not only a little confusing, but maybe daunting. And my goal is to give them one moment where things are just a little bit easier, or maybe even a little bit enjoyable. If I can pull that off even for a second, I've had a good day and I've connected with the community.
Well, that's amazing. Well, thank you for your service. And Bonnie, tell us why you decided to start volunteering as well.
My husband was on the volunteer fire department, and we had a radio in our house, and I could hear the calls that came in. And I heard a call for a sexual assault victim being transported to the hospital, and there was no support system.
Really?
So shortly thereafter, Lutheran established a support program, and so I joined that in 1978 and worked in it until it was disbanded in 25 years later. And since I retired, I was available during the day, so I started coming in and doing office things. And you show up to volunteer and they say, well, why don't you try this? Well, we'll teach you that. And so it's gradually morphed into a bigger job, and I love every minute. It's really nice not sitting at home watching TV.
That's amazing. Well, thank you again for all that you do. So Bonnie, what makes this program at Lutheran Medical Center stand out above others?
Well, I think one of the key factors is that we have volunteers in all levels of jobs, from something as simple as baking cookies and taking them to new moms and sitting with the dying. So we have that range of experiences. We have over 53,000 hours donated every year, plus our fundraising. And then we are able to do some things that are special within a program that are not usual volunteer jobs, such as our hospice, our pet therapy. We do mended hearts, which is somebody has had heart surgery, so we pair them with a surgery survivor, teach them how to cope. We do sewing and creating pillows for the heart patients. We
lots of things to do.
Lots of things to do.
So what is involved with being a volunteer? I mean, you can do a lot of different jobs, but what's involved with becoming a volunteer?
Okay. To become a volunteer, you have to fill out an application, then you have to attend an orientation, then you are interviewed to match you with your time, your interest, and what
your
you
skills
can do.
or what things.
Right.
And Ron, there's a lot of different jobs that people can do, right?
Oh yeah, as Bonnie mentioned, for those who are brave and are really into the volunteer spirit, we do things as simple as sitting with hospice patients that are dying, just so they have somebody sitting next to them. They may not have any family or friends, but we'll sit with them. The pet therapy program, we have 45 dogs that run around the hospital and don't do anything but be a dog.
Oh, really?
They put their heads on the beds, they climb up into the beds. If we can make somebody more relaxed for 2 to 3 minutes while they're in the hospital, they'll get a little bit better, a little bit quicker. So we're always trying to find ways to help out.
So there's so many different jobs. So if you're an animal lover, there's a job for you. What are the expectations of a volunteer?
Well, you need to be able to give us 3 hours a week. We found out if you don't give us 3 hours a week, you forget about us and you find that you're busy and we just fall to the wayside. So once you commit to that 3 hours a week, if you're an adult, you're going to be purple. We wear the volunteer uniform. That way anybody that walks into the hospital typically will run up to a volunteer first for directions before anyone else, because we don't give shots. We don't do sutures and we don't do surgery, though we pretend we do.
Yeah, I know you like to give your own little diagnosis sometimes, right? You told me that.
Yeah.
I won't say anything. It's not like you're on TV.
So after you put the uniform on, you do your 3 hours a week, we expect you to be compassionate and caring. Our goal is anybody that walks in, we're going to make that day a little bit better, but we're definitely not going to make it any worse. So those are the main criteria. It's pretty simple. We'll train you to do something and work in an area and provide help for the hospital.
So what are some of the benefits for you personally of volunteering?
Oh, by the end of the day, my clients have burnt me to toast. So this gives me an opportunity to give back. It feels light. It feels easy to do. It's something that's natural. I leave with a smile. That's the biggest thing.
What about you, Bonnie?
I get ultimate satisfaction in solving problems. For example, I do lost and found, and to match an item that a family lost with the item we found, and they thought they'd never see it again, is a really nice feeling.
Oh, wow.
So I do things like that that are really nice.
That's amazing.
And going back to some of the breadth of our jobs, one of the big things we do is we take in young folks who are interested in medical careers, and a big placement area for them is the emergency room. And this is not a typical job assignment for volunteers, and we give them additional training, and we help them see whether this really is a career that they're interested in or not.
That's amazing. And you don't need a medical background in order to be a volunteer. So
No.
anyone can join. We'll learn more about volunteer opportunities at Lutheran Medical Center. You can give them a call at 303-425-2142 for more information. You can also find them online and on Facebook and by visiting their website at lutheranmedicalcenter.org.